So I grew up in a strict household, very strict. My parents didn't really let us leave the house like that.
Damn.
Yeah, it was like you go
Could you
to
go
school.
outside and play?
Not really, no.
Damn.
Yeah, it was pretty tough.
But we outside now.
Yeah, we outside now. It was pretty tough. So one day someone in church told because it was church, school, and home. That's it. Church, school, home every week. So one day someone in church was like, yo, do you know there's I heard you sing and do your thing. Like, do you know there's a studio like just like down the street from you? And like that person made the biggest mistake.
Who is that person? Let's shout that person out.
It's a guy called Boye.
Boye. Yeah. Shout out Boye.
Yeah, Boye. It's like, yo, there's a studio just like literally like a 10-minute walk from your house. I'm like, wow, really? Yeah, he told me where it is. Like, I say less. So one day my parents are at work. I'm not in school that day. Open the door. I sneak out.
Like you did back when you was years old.
Yeah. Like
to the music room.
To the music room.
Yes.
That's crazy. Yeah, so I sneak out. I go with my immediate younger brother, and we go to the studio. The guy's really nice. It's a studio called Night Blaze. I still remember the details. And
this is in Nigeria?
Nigeria, Lagos, Nigeria. And I'm like, yo, I want to record a song. He's like, okay, cool. Do you have your instrumental? I'm like, not really, no. And he's like, no problem. I got a bunch of beats for you. You know, he played me a bunch of beats. I'm like, I like that one. Okay, cool. I'm recording and I'm so shaky, like in the studio, because like a mic in front of my face. And it's like all these like studio equipment and stuff. Like, yeah, this is crazy. Okay. And the guy's like really bragging about how he's like worked with a lot of big people. I think a lot of studio engineers love to do this. Like, oh yeah, I was just recording with Drake the other day. You know, this is, you know, just like, talking about different Nigerian artists he's worked with. So I was, you know, it was pretty intense for me, but we recorded the song. And then it's time to get the song. I'm like, yo, can I get the song? He's like, yeah, so you got to pay me.
Oh, you didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
Okay.
Oh, honey, I thought this was like...
Okay, got you.
He's like, yo, you got to pay me. I'm like, okay, how much is it? He called like a crazy price. I think at the time it was like 5,000 Naira, which is like, it's not a lot in dollars. It's like, I want to say like $10 or something like that.
Oh, okay.
But I'm a kid.
Yeah.
I ain't got no
$10. You didn't have anything.
Yeah. So like, yeah, I didn't get the song, unfortunately.
We need to get that song.
Yeah, we need to get the song. So I literally just left that. But that was the experience for me. That was the first time experience. I was like so nervous, you know, first time in a studio. And yeah, my brother was there at least to witness it and just be like, yo, I remember that day. But yeah, music was just like a hobby at the time for me.
What other hobbies did you have at the time too?
So we used to like create games for ourselves. So a lot of paper games. So if you came into our room where me and my brother stayed and you looked under the bed, you would have nightmares.
Why?
There's a lot of paper.
Like paper planes and like little... Oh my gosh.
It used to drive my parents nuts.
That's annoying.
But we didn't have like regular games. We didn't have like PlayStations or whatever. So we had to like... But there's so much... I remember the time like they did a deep clean. It's like a amount of just like paper. Just a lot of paper.
I'm dead.
Yeah. That was it for us. Just like playing around in the house and being... Yeah.
So you went from the experience recording... And how did you feel that when you got home and got into bed that night and you were like, wow, I just recorded my first song. Like, I want to do this for the rest of my life. Like, what was the reflection in those moments for you?
Honestly, I wasn't really into it like that. It was great that I could do that, but it was like, that was pretty intense. Like, that wasn't fun.
It was work. Yeah.
It was work.
He was having you like, was he having punch in, punch out?
Like, yo, it was like, yo, louder, this, that. Yo, you need to come in. No, you're this. That was not fun. Like, yeah. So it put me off around music. Yeah.
Interesting.
And I just pretty much left it. On until I discovered that I could do all that by myself on my own.
Yeah.
on my own laptop, and it was way more fun.
All right, let's talk about that. So
Yeah.
when did you decide to start getting equipment and everything for you to create your own space to make music?
So I remember I was in university, and
This is in UK.
yeah.
Okay.
So I had been recording. I went to university in Nigeria first. So another friend had the setup that I was using to record, but I had to learn to do it myself. So he basically taught me like how to move around, how to navigate with these softwares. So yeah, it was pretty fun when it was just me and him. That's a guy called IBK, and we were making music for our own. Like, it wasn't like no one's bashing you for not singing loud or anything. It was just like me and him, like, having fun with it. And honestly speaking, because of how organic and how like relaxed we were, the music was a lot better. Like, it sounded so much more like better. We got a lot of like people coming to like listen to it, like in the school and stuff. So I just realized, like, with music, it can't be forced. You can't force good music. Till day, I follow that principle. Like, if you are feeling like, I'm not really inspired right now, but let me still try to do something. Let me still try to force it out. Other times, maybe a miracle happens and it comes out well, but like a lot of times it just doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I realized from an early stage that, like, music, there's something about energy, your energy, that plays a big part in the making of music.
And like really like the sounds and like how you put it out and like really I know what you mean. And the tone and the texture behind anything that you produce out of your body. Yeah, it's really dependent on your energy.
It's crazy because like some artists, like, they smile when they record, and the listener listens to that song and smiles too.
Yeah.
I've seen that. I was just watching a Whitney Houston like documentary.
Oh my God, I need to watch that.
Have you seen that one?
No, I'm gonna watch it tonight. I gotta watch it tonight now. You're like the third person in the last 3 days to mention it.
Yeah. Oh wait, it wasn't Whitney Houston. I was watching that one though. She was great recording, and it shows a lot about her process. But then I was watching a YouTube documentary on a Latin artist like recording, and the engineer is like, "Yo, smile when you sing this line for me," and she smiled, and I smiled listening to her. Like,
without
it
even
sounded
thinking about
great.
it.
Same thing with hip hop. Like, if a rapper is like pretty, angry about something, and they're like singing with that energy, yo, you feel angry too. Like, it's like something about that energy that translates. So it's not just your lyrics that people are listening to; it's your energy, and it's like super, super interesting for me. So I feel like whenever, if I do happen to listen to that first song I recorded, I will feel the nervousness that I felt on that day. The first song I never got.
Yeah, you likely probably will.
I'll probably
will
like
we? Were you that nervous if I listened to it? Will I get nervous?
You're probably like, yeah, what's going on? Yeah, you're probably like, yo, like.
What do you have the first song? Do you have it? Did you end up getting it? You gotta find it.
I gotta find that guy.
You gotta get it.
We gotta
got a full circle moment.
Yeah, put a bounty.
Damn, not a bounty. No, it probably is gone. All right, so we're in university and you're learning how to use equipment by yourself. You got the laptop and everything like that. At what point did you decide, or at one point did the opportunity become available to perform? When was your first performance?
My first performance, like, of my own song, or just like in general performance?
Let's do both. So in general performance, even if that was back in third grade.
Yeah, my first performance was in church. I was pretty active in church, and I was actually the president of the teenage class.
Okay.
So we had
church?
Yeah, in church.
Okay,
yeah. So we had like these I want to say half a year events every half a year, and we had to like perform in front of the church. So I remember like performing. Do you know Michael Bublé?
That sounds familiar.
He's pretty big in the States here. He does like bebop. But anyway, you
if I saw the way the last name was spelled, I might recognize it.
Yeah. So he has a song called Home. and that was like the first song I did in church. It's not a gospel song, but
did you get in trouble for that?
No, it's like we did a play, right? And the song fit in the play. Like I want to go home. I was basically talking about how, someone from outside the country, is being led astray by the world and wants to go back home. Like that was like
got you.
So that was the performance. It was pretty decent. I wasn't nervous, funny enough, on stage for the first time. But when I was performing my song in the university, I was so nervous.
Yeah.
Because it was like they were trying to do like a proper production where like the lights are all switched off and it's spotlight on you.
Ooh, that is nerve-wracking, isn't it?
It was like, because like I said, like we had been creating kind of a organic buzz in university.
Yeah.
And we had a bunch of like actual supporters in school. So when they announced, this is the first time like they announce your name and people are actually like maybe 20 people are screaming. But it felt good, it felt nice. And that was like my first performance ever. It was really cute. Shaking, obviously nervous.
You get nervous a lot.
Yeah. I get nervous whenever I feel like, oh wait, this might not go as planned.
And you always feel that right before you start, huh?
Yeah.
No.
But it's not all the time. So right now, these days, I've obviously learned how to
kind of calm that down.
Yeah.